Zone, and you're watching the Super Fantasy Bros podcast. 1 hour of commercial-free podcasting starts now. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
To Super Fantasy Bros podcast, brought to you with the Old City Sports Network. As always, no Sean today. He's ducking all the Justin Fields hate that will be coming to him tomorrow, I guess. But we will still hate on him today. So I'll be hosting with Matt, and you guys will break down all of week 3. As always, we will be doing some Comer Chaos, so talking about some studs who struggled the week, and some studs and those who struggled in week 3. Then getting into trust or bust. I'll trust.
Slow
that
it down,
some people.
Slow it down.
Talking about guys who had great outings, and if they're trustworthy in your lineup. Finally, we'll wrap up with some waiver targets and possibly a trivia question. So let's get into some Calm or Chaos. I thought I made a graphic, but I guess I didn't yet. So we'll have that for next week. Calm or Chaos. We'll start with the quarterbacks here. Daniel Jones on Thursday night. Absolute stinker with 4 points. Calm or Chaos for Vanilla Vic.
Chaos. That team
Blood
is
sucks.
so bad.
No silver lining that it was against the 49ers. We're not
No.
giving him a pass.
No,
He was bad the week prior too.
No, I think-
32
yeah,
attempts.
no, he had it.
Week one.
He had week 1 he was bad. But
Yeah,
more
32
often than not, you're gonna get this week out of Daniel Jones.
32
Maybe not
attempts.
as bad, but
Yeah. 32 attempts and only 4 points is insane.
That's what I'm saying. It's so bad.
At least like 10. But yeah, he stinks.
Yep.
Next quarterback here definitely stinks a lot more, and it's chaos. Not really chaos because it was expected, but from everyone except for Sean Gill. Justin Fields, 12.66 points, 11 for 22, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 11 carries for 47 yards. How are we feeling? I'm sure we know. I know how we're feeling.
chaos. Blood couldn't even get 100 passing yards. You're in the NFL, bro. Grow up.
Now,
Grow
if he
up.
does this for 2 more weeks, are we
He's
droppable?
No.
At
worst
this,
quarterback to
Droppable.
ever live.
at this
Right.
point, there's about 28 quarterbacks I'd probably start over him in fantasy football.
If Fields was on waivers, you're not scooping.
You are, but he's going to have that one
Come
boom
on,
week.
bro.
He's going to have that one boom week on your bench. You're going to start him, then he's going to go right back to the Justin Fields of these past 3 weeks. So, I mean, yeah, you'll probably scoop him.
There's a
But
question in the chat, and I kind of like it.
let's see. Sorry. This one?
Yeah.
Kamara and Evans or CD? I mean, it's tough to. We don't know what Kamara is with Jameis Winston for right now, but I'd probably stick with CD.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I would. We don't know what Kamara's gonna be like. Kamara
Bro,
wasn't
Mike's
really
been
all
on
that.
fire.
No,
though,
like
dude.
Evans
He's
is
so good.
Insane
He's
right now,
so
but
good.
at the end of the day, I can't even say at the end of the day it's Baker Mayfield, the quarterback, because he hasn't shown any signs of the old Baker, but at the same time, he could always go back to the old Baker. I'm sticking with CD, though, for now.
I like
You could regret it, but
What makes you feel any better? I'm riding with the Kamara and Mike Evans side. But go on.
so yeah, Justin Fields, chaos, droppable in 3 weeks. I'm calling it now. He could be. He's benchable, definitely benchable now.
Definitely
100%.
benchable.
But yeah, third quarterback here, kind of a surprise. 2 weeks in a row, I think. Trevor Lawrence, 16 fantasy points, touchdown, interception, and he's averaging 15 fantasy points to the last 3 games. Calm or chaos for the Stallion?
I'm saying calm.
Yeah,
It's not
I
that.
have
He's
to.
not doing that bad.
You'd expect better, but
100%.
with his weapons, you'd expect a lot better.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
don't know what the fuck they got going on, but I'm staying calm for now. It's only week 4.
Yep.
We're going into week.
Yeah, he shouldn't even be on this list with the other 2. But we can throw one more in that we were talking about before the pod. Joe Burrow. Don't have his numbers off the top of my head, but is it calm or chaos? We know he's dealing with an injury, but still.
Let that man get healthy, please.
It's so chaos. I'm literally benching him for Brock Purdy next week.
He's like as safe as can be.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase did want him to come back week 7, so that would have been awful for people who drafted him. But week 7's so long away, far away. A little chaotic on him as well. Definitely more calm than any other guy on here, except for maybe Trev. But we'll get into the running backs now. Derrick Henry 2 fantasy points out snapped, I believe, by the backup Spears. I think it's been back-to-back games of that now. Is a calmer chaos for King Henry.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
Were the Browns up against the Titans? I can't.
They were, yeah. I think for like most of the game it was like 13-3 or 10. Tennessee only had like 3 points, but he only had 11 carries. Tennessee should know by now that you win games by feeding Derrick Henry 30 times a game, which he got close to that week too, but it's not looking so great, especially with the backup, the rookie in there. But it's still Derrick Henry. This would be a time.
Like Derrick Henry, he hasn't rushed for over 80 yards yet this year, and he's only played in 50% of the snaps.
Yeah.
In one game.
Oh yeah, one game. Yeah.
One game.
I guess he's saving it up for when he plays the Texans and the Colts and drops about 400 on both of them. But this would be the time to try and buy low on a Derrick Henry owner. Not in our league because the person who owns him in our league is a little stingy bastard. So he definitely is a buy low candidate and a little chaotic at the moment because the Titans are also poopy.
Putrid.
I don't know why he's on here. So I don't think we should skip. AJ Dillon is chaos. No, don't even start him.
Drop him.
Literally droppable.
Yeah.
Biggest disappointment in the last 2 years.
Yeah. This is the last time I ever want to talk about AJ Dillon.
Strong legs for nothing. Can't even fucking run.
They're not even strong. They're just fat at this point.
Yeah, really.
Khalil Herbert, 3.5 fantasy points, 7 for 31. Also had a ball ripped out by I forget who they played. Oh, maybe it wasn't ripped. He definitely fumbled. I guess he didn't fumble the ball, but is it Calmer chaos for Khalil Herbert? Oh, Sean missed that. Calmer chaos for Khalil Herbert. It might be for this whole offense.
Yeah, definitely.
Chaos.
Yeah.
He's like splitting carries right now with Roshan and whoever else they decide to throw out there.
I think Foreman's hurt, but that just doesn't help his case.
Doesn't help at all.
All right. Let's please find a good running back to be calm on. The Jets backfield, Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook. Breece had 12 for 18. Dalvin Cook had 1 for 9 yards. Personally, and I hate my running backs.
Stop.
I'm going to stay a little calm on Breece because you drafted him to be a second half running back. Obviously, the Zach Wilson situation screws up the plans, but he's the better running back. He has some better matchups coming up, but as of right now, it's chaos on both. It's so crazy how one player changes that whole damn team, and they might like kill each other eventually because on the sideline they're just brawling.
Defenses are not scared of Zach Wilson, so they could just stack the box on every single play and not allow a single.
I think this week is the last week he starts.
Oh yeah, they did sign Trevor Siemian, which somehow
he's trash too, but
he's an upgrade from Zach Wilson.
You got to change it up.
Anything is he's just so bad, and bro. New York is mad. Do you see like all the bro? If you just look up Zach Wilson on Google, bro, there's so many like articles of just people bashing him. It's crazy.
They're like fighting. Like just sign Wentz. Sign anyone like Wentz. Don't sign Matt Ryan. That's not much of an upgrade. But someone who could still
sign, like they should sign Wentz, bro. Like I don't know why not?
Do not disturb. They're probably calling him. He's outside hunting.
He's hunting. Yeah,
sign
hunting in all of his old team apparel. So yeah, chaos on the Jets as a whole, but more specifically the backfield right now. And the last running back here, Najee Harris, 6.5 fantasy points. He was 19 carries for 65 yards and nothing in the passing game. There's a calmer chaos for once King Najee.
Absolute chaos.
Man
hasn't scored over 7 points all season.
And the team's getting better. I think the offense at least is a lot better, but he doesn't seem to be doing anything.
I'm starting Jalen Warren until proven otherwise.
As you should, which is crazy.
It is crazy, but
you do like seeing the 19 carries from Najee, but even with the volume he gets, he can't seem to do shit with it.
Yep.
19 carries 2 years ago, he would be RB1 right now.
Right. He would have had like 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
They need to bring Ben back.
Simmons?
I miss Ben.
Yeah, I do miss
I saw this video the other day, and it was just like, fuck it, Big Ben rushing highlights. And I was like, oh, my God.
that guy. So yeah, those are the running backs. There wasn't one that we were calm on outside of me being a little bit optimistic towards Breece Hall, but for the most part, everybody's a little chaotic.
Bro. It was biased.
No, I don't like my running backs, but I have to be a little optimistic. And I own AJ Dillon. He's a shit show. We own AJ Dillon. But we'll get into the wide receivers now. First one here, Brandon Cooks, 3.7 fantasy points. The Cowboys altogether had an awful game. CeeDee Lamb as well. But Brandon Cooks, is it calm or chaos for Mr.
Dude, that was like my favorite Cowboys game I've ever watched.
Because
that was
They
great.
suck,
That was amazing. How salty do their fans feel right now? They swore they had the best team in the league, and then they just lost to the worst. So they immediately assumed the title of worst team in the league.
Yep.
Chaos on Brandon Cooks, literally waiver bait.
Yeah,
literally
week one,
dropped.
only 4-point fantasy.
He's the
4
ghost
fantasy
of
points.
Brandon Cooks.
Didn't play last week. Should have stayed in Houston.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should have just retired.
No, he has to play for every team first.
Oh, you're right.
So next wide receiver here, Jahan Dotson, 4 fantasy points, 2 for 4 for 21 yards. Who did they play again?
They played Buffalo.
Oh, that makes sense. Buffalo had more receptions than he did. Buffalo's defense had more receptions than he did. They had 4 interceptions.
Yikes.
Is it calm or chaos for Mr. Dotson?
Chaos.
I'm staying calm.
He's on the field so much. He plays
I
like
know.
majority of the snaps, but he just does not get the ball like he should. And I don't know if that's like a QB issue, an offensive scheme issue. It's not a Jahan issue.
Terry's doing all right, so maybe it's
Terry
a Jahan issue.
But Curtis Samuel, though, you can't get the ball to fucking Jahan Dotson over Curtis Samuel.
A year ago, you'd be loving it if it was Curtis Samuel
Yeah,
getting.
well, can't live in the past, Q.
That's one of my flaws. But I'm on the chaos side here with Jahan, and I don't know how their schedule looks coming up. But I know they play the Eagles this upcoming week, which probably won't fare well.
They play the Eagles. They play the Eagles, and then they play the Bears and the Falcons.
All right, so after the Eagles, at least there are 2 good matchups. Hopefully, he can bounce back. But since the Eagles, I'm sure this will be the game he does a lot better. But Drake London, next wide receiver, 5 fantasy points after a historic Drake London day in week 2.
He got you.
He came back down there. Are we calm or chaos on Drake London?
Bro, that's chaos. Literally bench him forever. Don't drop him, but never start him.
Cannot be confident in starting anybody on that Falcons offense aside from Bijan.
Yep.
It's a little humble brag here. 2-1 all my fantasy leagues thanks to us. Hashtag get bread.
Thank you, CJ.
Thanks,
Who
CJ.
is that in your
profile picture is so
COVID-19?
tough. I don't know if you guys ever watched The Punisher, but The Punisher is so lit.
Oh, that's fire.
Oh, that's Bull from The Punisher?
Yeah.
That is the Punisher.
Like the movie Punisher or the show?
No, the show.
Movie way better.
Let's just talk about
You never
movies.
even watched the show.
I haven't.
I've never seen the movie.
I haven't seen either.
Whatever,
Okay.
man.
If Kevin James is in it, I'm not watching. Next wide receiver, Nico Collins, another one that has come back down to earth after 2 amazing weeks. 5.4 fantasy points, 2 for 3 for 34 yards. It's calm or chaos after a great CJ Stroud day. How did he not? It was all Tank Dell, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I would
Definitely
stay calm.
I'm definitely
I'm
staying
staying
calm on Nico. They're always, well, I can't even say that anymore, but they're probably going to be down in every game.
Yeah, their team's a
They're
lot
going to
better
be
than I
throwing
was
a bunch.
expecting. They literally cooked the Jaguars. It wasn't close. Beat them by 20.
Calvin really couldn't do shit.
Nope.
Nico
Trash.
Collins. Tank
Tank
Dell's
Dell better.
better, I guess. Yeah.
Way over.
You should have bought a Tank Dell jersey. Would
Should've.
have game faster.
I'm about to, bro. I love him. He's my new Will Fuller, bro. He is.
He might be. Then he's
He's
gonna
so
go on
good.
PEDs and retire. Speaking of Calvin Ridley. Last week we asked why Sean even put him on this list, but now he actually kind of belongs on this list. 7 points from Calvin Ridley after a big week 1. He's now only had 5.2 and 7 back. He's had 5 points and 7 back-to-back weeks. Is it calm or chaos for Calvin Ridley?
I mean, you got to stay calm,
Yeah, that's not really a him issue. It's more of the offense.
but we're definitely on a downward slope.
He's had more catches in week 1 than he did in 2 and 3 combined.
After that big week 1, I feel like defenses were like, all right, this bull's back, so lock him the fuck up.
Literally, fuck Christian Kirk and
Right.
Zay Jones. And Marvin
Zay
Jones,
Jones didn't even play.
Fuck
That
him.
might be why. That might be why it was so bad.
Maybe.
Zay's nice.
Please get healthy,
Yes.
Zay. Need you to be a decoy.
That's all.
Why
he's
did
good
Gator
for.
drop Zay for Nick Chubb?
Yeah, he's.
Bro.
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh
Yeah, we
my
get canceled.
god.
So yeah, a little chaotic on Calvin Ridley, mainly because of the offense. He's still good, and he should be on his back, hopefully in London after eat some fish and chips.
Please.
Last wide receiver here, DeAndre Hopkins, 7.8 fantasy points. This team is awful. He may be their only bright spot, and he's not even that bright.
It's chaos.
Yeah, chaos. We
I'd
tried to
trade
tell
London
everybody
and
that.
D-Hop on the same team. Sorry, go on, man.
I was just gonna say we told everyone before the season the Titans is a graveyard for receivers, and
It's not his
People
fault.
thought
He's
we
a
were
damn
lying.
quarterback.
what happened when he was playing with Matt Schaub and all them bums?
Well, no,
Nah,
this
I
team's
know.
just Matt Schaub's better than Ryan Tannehill.
Agreed.
So yeah, it's definitely chaos. This team stinks. That was
Yep.
a little expected, though. Didn't one of us have, not me, but didn't anyone have the Titans winning that division? Maybe not.
Right.
I may have been thinking about last year.
I hope it wasn't me. That'd be embarrassing.
I thought they'd at least compete, but I was wrong. For now. Let's get into some tight ends here. Dalton Schultz somehow stinks on the Texans. 1.9 fantasy points, 2-3 games, less than 5. Last week was his only with 7 points. It's a little chaotic, I'd say. Calmer chaos for Dalton Schultz.
Chaos.
Chaos for sure.
He is not the target monster we expected him to be.
I guess CJ Stroud didn't learn to throw to tight ends in college.
I know. And he's just loving his young receivers, which
Stop.
I don't blame him.
Who else is he throwing it to? They scoring 26 points outside of Tank Dell. If Nico only had 5 last week. Brevin Jordan. Yeah, Brevin did have a touchdown. It's unfortunate. I'm going to hold on personally, but I'll probably continue to be disappointed. So yeah, chaos on Dalton Schultz. Dalton Kincaid, another Dalton, 2.3 fantasy points. I don't know. I guess they were up by so much they didn't really have to throw.
Yeah, but
I mean, he's just like another one of those
tight
typical
ends.
tight ends.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
just
not
another-
Sam Laporta as a rookie tight end. He's definitely not Sam Laporta, but
Oh, hell no.
just another bull. The
Chaos.
Final tight end, yeah, final tight end here, Darren Waller, 5 points. Should not have been this way so far, but 2 or 3 games now, less than 7 fantasy points. It's a little chaotic.
definitely
Chaos.
chaotic.
Giants offense stinks. Daniel Jones stinks. Waller old.
Saquon nice.
All right.
Saquon hurt.
Saquon is currently out right now. So when he's back, I will say the offense is
Mid.
decent.
Yeah, I'll boost him up like one point. Yeah, chaos on Darren Waller. Let's get into today's ad read. Today's sponsor is Fanatics. We have reached week 4 of the NFL season. You have been bringing out that raggedy jersey from your closet for too long. Please stop bringing it out. This NFL season, we are partnering with Fanatics. Go use the link in our bio on all platforms and take advantage of their sale going on now. Use the code CHILL, CHILL, all caps, to get 27% off site-wide. Get the new jersey you've been eyeing up, a t-shirt. Get ready for week 4. Again, go to the link in our bio. It helps us out a ton, and get yourself some NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL. I'm trying to name all the other sports. Yeah, I don't know what soccer is. MLS merchandise. All right. Let's get in some trustin' or bustin'. First one on this list, Mr. Busted himself, Kirk Cousins.
Mhm.
I wanted to say Kirk Bustins, but I said too much busting. Another 30-point performance, 33.68 fantasy points, 367 yards, 3 touchdowns, back-to-back 30-point performances. Justin Fields could never. Are we trusting Kirk Cousins?
I've been trusting Kirk.
This team
How
doesn't know.
how can you not trust the QB1 right now?
Yeah,
This team
Kirk
doesn't
going
run the ball,
crazy.
and as they shouldn't, because Alexander Madison is trash.
Come on, man.
Kirk is in his
He's
prime at like
trash.
35
He's so
years
bad.
old.
He's so bad, dude. We were watching in Discord, and dude, Sam was like, Madison, and he just kept getting stuffed, bro.
He had like 4 fumbles. Some of them were fumbles and weren't called fumbles. There was one that should have been a fumble. Somehow was called not. But
He's so bad. Oh yeah, when he was still just standing and they called
yeah,
him like that.
and he got ripped out of it. What the hell?
That was a fumble easily.
Yeah, he stinks. Kirk Cousins is not. He is the leader of this team. This 0-3 team. But that doesn't matter in fantasy.
He's the greatest 0-3 quarterback ever.
You may need to look at that up, but I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. Kirk Cousins, once again, proving us right, proving Sean wrong. He's elite. Next quarterback here, CJ Stroud, 26 fantasy points, 280 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Back-to-back 25-point weeks on this Texans team we thought would be bleh. Are we trusting CJ Stroud?
I am.
I think so.
I need to see who
he's got something to prove.
He's a much better option than a lot of the quarterbacks that will be ranked ahead of him this week.
Mm-hmm.
Names?
Pittsburgh.
Can you get a name or two? Geno?
Justin
Fields. I'd start CJ over Geno. Props.
Okay, so would I.
Russell Wilson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd start him over him. Goff. Obviously
Sam
Daniel
Howell.
Jones. Yeah.
Jordan
CJ
Love.
looks good right now. Mabes.
Who was that?
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love. I don't know about Jordan Love. I kind of like him. Let's see.
Love.
One more. Brock Purdy.
No.
Okay. Would you start him over Joe Burrow? 100% yes for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. I guess
It would
you
have
have to.
It would have to be a matchup thing. And he's playing Tennessee. Oh God.
Dude, some things sound ugly, but you just got to do it. Like, I'm starting Tank Dell over Garrett Wilson this week.
Yeah. That's how far down we've gone. Thanks, Zach Wilson.
Sounds ugly, but numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
They never did.
I'm not posting any Sean comments on this thing as long as he's talking about Justin Fields. CJ Stroud, as of right now, is trustable. And the last quarterback here we just mentioned, Jordan Love, and also a 26-point performance, 26 plus points in all 3 games without Christian Watson, 2 games without Aaron Jones. Are we trusting Jordan Love?
Fucking right, mate.
I am. Quarterback
Packers.
4.
Packers just know how to have good quarterbacks, I guess.
They do.
And once he gets Jordan Love or Christian Watson back, he should be even better.
Bro, he only completed over 15 passes in 1 game. He just, I don't.
He's not even like
He'd be throwing tutties.
running much. Yeah, he's throwing a lot of touchdowns.
Bro. And he doesn't run. I don't understand where his points are coming from.
Yeah, he had his most rush yards this week, which is only 39. He's getting
he had a rushing touchdown too. That's okay.
He's got 1 billion touchdowns.
Bro, he just scores. I'm all in.
Good for him.
Not all in. Like 80%.
Would you start him over Joe Burrow? Well, I guess you would if you're starting CJ Stroud over Joe Burrow.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Joe Burrow blows right now, dude.
Maybe he's a fluke. Sometimes, like I said,
that money got to his head.
The stupid haircut too.
Bro, they needed to invest in some O-line, bro. That's what he gets for being greedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Share the wealth. Let's get into the running backs now. Just a group here. Dolphins running backs Mostert and Achane both scored over 45 fantasy points. Achane had 53. Each had 4 touchdowns. Are we trusting these running backs? With in mind, Jeff Wilson will return at some point. Salvin Ahmed as well. Obviously, those names are not anything to be concerned about, but they're just guys that will be on the field as well.
Yeah, and the Dolphins aren't going to be scoring 70 points every week.
I don't believe that this is the best team in the league, and the Eagles will expose them. I cannot take that they're the best team in the league.
I'm not trusting – I trust Mostert a lot more than the chain right now, but with his history, it's in due time, unfortunately, that he will not be on the field. But
I was going to say that.
I'm not trusting either or right now.
If Mostert's starting, I'm trusting.
Yeah. Must start. Jeff Wilson isn't even confirmed to come back because they asked the coach. He said, we'll see. Or something like, didn't seem like he was going to come back after 4 weeks on the pup. So he may not even come back, but just in case. I guess as of right now, you have to trust them though if they both scored all those touchdowns. But they're not playing the Broncos every week.
That was crazy.
70
We literally
points.
witnessed
70
history.
is
We'll probably never
unreal.
see something like that again. It was insane.
Absurd. Let's answer this
Kept
question real quick from Richie. Mostert for Gibbs? I think I'm taking Gibbs.
I'm keeping it. Oh yeah, take Gibbs.
I would also take Gibbs, but it is close.
You'd be selling high on Mostert for sure if you're getting Gibbs.
Mm-hmm. And I think
Gibbs-
that's like the best value you're gonna
Oh,
get
yeah.
for Mostert right
100%.
Rest of the season, Gibbs is probably going to finish higher.
Yeah.
But next running back here, Zach Moss. 22 fantasy points. He did have another touchdown, and Jesus Christ, 122 rushing yards. Are we trusting Zach Moss? I don't know if you could trust him with John. Like, what if Jonathan Taylor comes back week 4? Then he's just done.
I'm at least trusting him next week. Well,
Yeah, you're trusting him.
He has 22 points the past 2 weeks.
As things stand at this moment, I will trust Zach Moss.
Yeah, I'll trust him too for now, but bro, you
He
can't
will be irrelevant,
you can't
though.
run a man 30 times a game.
Right.
all
Especially
season.
Zach Moss.
You can't do that. He'll come back down.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think he's still going to be the most involved running back on that team, and he'll get the most opportunity. And Zach Moss isn't the worst. So, I mean, if he gets decent volume, he'll put up decent numbers. But right now he's on fire, so you just got to roll him out there.
And what if I don't know how long is Anthony Richardson out, because that also plays a part. He'll run the ball if he comes back.
That I'm not
I don't
sure.
know. But as things stand at this moment, like I said, we're trusting Zach Moss. Next running back here, Matt Sit of the week, James Conner. 20 fantasy points, 14 for 98 and a touchdown. That's very
I think he looked
unexpected
like
from
a
this,
moron.
who we thought was a terrible team. Are we trusting James Conner?
I am.
We were before this matchup. It just happened to be a bad matchup, but then it ended up not being a bad matchup. So
Yeah, he
James
cooked
Conner
them.
is trustworthy.
I might have to start putting him in the in those anytime touchdown parlays.
Is he back
Yeah.
to being the lock?
Mhm.
Yeah, bro. I think he is.
Has he had a
Offense is
touchdown
looking
every
good.
week?
Josh Dobbs, nice.
They finally put his jersey in the team store, apparently.
Did they?
saw
I just
TikTok.
saw that TikTok or whatever where he couldn't. Bro, how do they not have his jersey? That's
I guess they
insane.
just, I don't know. He's just temporary, but maybe he's not anymore. He's had a touchdown the last 2 weeks, so maybe this is the start of the streak for James Conner touchdowns. But trustworthy, as we said. Next running back here, Jerome Ford. After everyone spent all their fab on him, he produced 19 fantasy points. Not much on the ground, but he did have 2 touchdowns, one on the ground and one in the air. Are we trusting Jerome Ford moving forward with Kareem Hunt most likely stepping in at some point?
I'm not. He had 10 rushes for 18
Yeah,
yards.
it's awful. Which is what he was before that long run last week. He was terrible outside that
Yeah.
long run.
Yeah,
Those
he's-
2 touchdowns just bailed him out.
He's getting the flukiest touchdowns, bro.
Sell
I'm
high.
not-
Sell high now.
literally so high now.
So
Try and get
JT to the
18.
Browns.
That'd be insane. I don't know if I'd want that though.
I do.
Bring JT, man.
Yeah, not trusting Jerome Ford. Jerick McKinnon. Oh, Jerick McKinnon. 2 carries for 9 yards and 2 touchdowns, 18 fantasy points. Trust or
Come
bust.
on, bro.
Jerick McKinnon,
Why this week?
insane.
Bust.
That's why you can never be like, oh, it's okay. He just has this guy in his lineup, because that's when they go off. I don't know.
Yep.
That shit
Sorry,
always
Matt.
happens.
It's all right. It's
Definitely
only
not
because Schultz
trusting.
all week was like, okay, Jarek McKinnon. And I was like, Schultz,
Yeah.
please
You
don't add
can't-
fuel to the
you
fire.
egged him on, and that's what happened.
But McKinnon will have more of these games where he just
Yeah, you just can't
pops
predict
off.
them. Yeah. All right. Let's get
Is it
into the wide
bust?
receivers now. Mr. Old Man Grandpa Adam Thielen, 31 fantasy points. He was munching on Sunday. 11 for 14,
Oh, he
145 and a
was.
touchdown. Are we trusting Grandpa?
Fuck no.
No.
I'm not.
Marvin
If Andy Dalton's playing, I'm trusting.
Mingo's out with a concussion. Yeah, if Andy Dalton's playing, he throws good balls
That's
to
his boy,
Adam
dude.
Thielen. He's
Oh,
locked
shit,
in.
Dalton. All right, yeah. If Dalton's playing, yeah, I'm tripping.
But I don't know how long Bryce Young's out.
Well, I mean, if Dalton keeps this shit up, just bench
Yeah,
the
fuck
rook.
Bryce Young. He's a low IQ anyway, I think.
Yeah, he's stupid.
Thielen
IQ
had
of a
20
peanut.
and 31, dude. He's snapping.
He's back.
He is back. I'm trusting. Oh my god, he's 33. That's crazy.
He's having his prime year, 33. As of right now, yeah. Trusting Adam Thielen. Please, Danny Dalton, stay as the quarterback. Even Booby had a good game, I guess.
Yeah, he did.
Not good enough, but
Fuck you, bitch.
next wide receiver here, Tank Dell Computers, 27.5 fantasy points, 145 yards on 5 catches and a touchdown. Are we trusting Tank?
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm trusting
I am. He's easily the wide receiver 1 on this team.
wide receiver
Sorry,
1, crazy volume. Like we said, they're always going to be down. I mean,
And he's a big play waiting to happen, man.
big play waiting to happen, man.
His first name's Nathaniel, so that's what we will call him.
Nathaniel Hackett.
Nate
Dell.
Dell.
Nate Dell.
Yes, trusting Tank Dell. He's good.
Yeah,
Next wide receiver here is wide receiver 1 on this team. As I said at the draft, Cortland Sutton, 19.1 fantasy points. He had a touchdown. He did have 2 fumble losses, which is kind of crazy, but still
What?
almost 20 fantasy points. He's had over 10 or 11 the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So are we trusting Cortland Sutton? And is he back?
I think he may be.
I think
You?
he's back.
Your biggest dream ever came true.
Well, I need to wait a couple more because he's going to probably stink this week. But,
Russ still blows, though. Don't get it twisted.
Wait, man, remember you were like, Russ is cooking. And
I
he had
know.
16
We looked, he had
points.
16 points, bro. I swear he had like 30.
He had the ultimate garbage time, down 50, and he couldn't get at least 20
Right.
base points.
That's a bad jump.
But yeah, Cortland Sutton is the wide receiver 1 on this team. I don't give a fuck about Jerry Jeudy. He stinks. Vince, I hope you're still in here.
He does stink, bro.
You know who
I'll
else
ride
stinks?
that train
Javonte
with you.
Williams.
He stinks
But
too.
we'll say that for another day. He
You better
stinks.
fucking take that back right now.
We own him. He stinks.
Yeah, see? Even come on.
He stinks. Bringing back Melvin Gordon, who's now on the Broncos?
Bring back Philip Lindsay.
I don't know what
Melv's on the Ravens.
There we go. Bring back Mel to the Broncos. They need him more.
Burn ball.
Yep. Trusting Cortland Sutton. He's good. DJ Chark, next wide receiver here, also had a good game for the Panthers. 18.6 fantasy points, mainly because Mingo was out and a touchdown. Are we trusting DJ Chark? I'm going to say no.
No.
Hell no, thank you.
He did have 11 targets. He had 11 targets, though.
And
He
he was
had 4
slinging.
catches though.
Yeah, I know.
Andy was slinging.
Stinks.
T. Higgins head ass type stat.
DJ Chark better than T?
Never.
He did better with the same.
Bro,
All right.
wait. This is DJ Chark's 6th year, dude. I swear he was a rookie like 2 years ago.
Hell, where the fuck have you been the past few years?
I don't know. God, he started in 2018, dude.
Wait, how do they have him and Laviska Shenault? Why do they have both Jaguar wide receivers? Laviska stinks.
Package deal. Twofer.
Laviska was a bone.
It
But-
was.
We're not trusting TJ Chark. But we may be trusting this guy, Romeo Dobbs, 18 fantasy points, 5 for 73 and a touchdown. Are we trusting Dobbs on this very good Packers offense, I could say?
Yeah, but start to temper expectations when
Yeah.
Christian Watson's back.
Yeah.
Christian Watson's going to be a target and a red zone hog. So
Is he ever coming back, though?
I
Come
think
on, man.
Romeo's more like that yardage guy, like a Jarve type bull, and then Christian Watson's going to be more of like a Mike Evans.
Oh, Romeo.
I'm down for that.
Where art thou, Romeo?
Romeo, thy Romeo.
And the final receiver here, Marvin Mims, the second best receiver on the Broncos. Fuck Jerry Jeudy. 3 for 5 for 73 yards and a kickoff return for a touchdown. So he
Hey,
would
20
probably
points.
he would have basically been awful if he didn't have that kick return touchdown. Are we trusting Marvin Mims?
Nah.
You still would have.
He did all right week
10
2 as well.
points.
So he has a game where he did more than just the kick return, but I don't know. Probably not trusting.
Nah.
I'm not.
All right. And our last group here, the tight
This
ends.
guy's so good.
Sam Laporta, I think he's currently tight end 2.
Some meaty.
22 fantasy points, 11 targets, 8 catches, 84 yards, and a long touchdown. Are we trusting Laporta Potty?
I'm trusting that young bull, old ass man looking motherfucker.
Oh, God, I
Dude,
forgot about him.
so old.
He saw us roast him, and he's just going off ever
He
since.
really looks like Bart's pop. In his picture on Sleeper, he looks like Bart's pop.
He's 22.
He's 22 going on 45.
Yo, that's so messed up, man.
Sam Laporta, you may be ugly, but you are good at football.
He
We are
is.
trusting you.
I'm in. I'm trusting.
I respect him.
All right, next tight end here, Donald Parhamburglar,
Oh my
14 fantasy points. Currently tight end 5 on. Sorry, I thought it was 5, but he's 6. Tight end 6 on the season. 2 touchdowns on Sunday. Are we trusting Donald Parham? I don't think I am. He does get a boost because no Mike Williams, but they have Gerald Everett still, who had an okay game as well. He didn't have 2 touchdowns, but they have Everett. I'm sure they have McKitty, and I'm sure they have Antonio Gates waiting to play. So
Bro,
I'm not
Parham
trusting.
he had 2 touchdowns on 2 targets, bro. That's like,
Yeah.
that's not fluky. Come on. Like,
Only trust Parham if you're playing Q.
Oh yeah, please. But if I start him, he'll be retired with the concussion. But he is on a good offense that throws a lot, so we'll see what it's like when that goes back.
No,
Yeah,
don't
bust.
trust him.
I thought I'd have to fight you at least on this because I didn't really want to do that. And our last tight end here, Pat Fryermuth, had a good game finally. 13 fantasy points, 3 for 4, 41 yards, and a touchdown. Are we trusting Pat? I'm still saying no.
hell
He's
no.
just like I don't want to trust him, but who the hell are you starting over him?
Taysom Hill.
No. The fuck did
I
Taysom
might.
do this
I
year?
might.
Nothing. But he has more. He has a higher ceiling.
Higbee, I start Higbee over him.
Higbee's been dog.
I'd still start him over Muth.
Muth at least has 2 touchdowns on the year.
That means Higbee's due. Higbee had 12 last week. Come on, man.
All right, you're right.
5 for 5, 71.
I was about to say, yeah, that's a no-go on Fryermuth for me. You guys swayed me. He sucks.
Higbee's tight end 9.
Damn.
I wish I had
He's
that.
always a top 10 tight end for the first 5 weeks.
Come
And
on,
then
man.
somehow just falls off. I don't even know where he goes. He just doesn't get the ball
Yeah, I
anymore.
know.
That is it for Trust or Bust, Calm or Chaos. Let's get into some waiver targets as we head into week 4. T-God, start us off. I'm sure it might be a little predictable, but good.
Definitely
scoop.
predictable. Talked about him a whole bunch. Tank Dell. I'll just repeat myself a little bit. He's owned in 48% of leagues. He is currently the wide receiver 13. I think we all agree that Matt said it, he's wide receiver 1 on this team. Not Nico. Tank's better. Last 2 games, Tank Dell had 10 targets and 7 targets. Both games he had over 20 points. He's on a young team. They're out to prove something. Everybody thought that they were going to be trash. They had nothing to lose. They're going to be throwing the whole game. Probably going to be down. Bad defense. It's just, it all adds up to a wonderful pickup. Tank Dell.
Hmm.
Tank Dell. I don't know how he's still owned in less than 50, even after last week. I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
don't know.
stock was up.
Last week was a prove it week, and he proved that.
He
shit.
done proved it there now. Okay.
Is Austin Eckler back week 4? Hopefully.
Why is that his picture?
I don't know, dude. I didn't want to say anything.
He's
He's in like a sniper position.
He was prone. Which 2 should I start this week? Full PPR, Javante, Kamara, Booby. So Booby,
Javante
Kamara.
and Booby.
What?
Just kidding.
I'm
That
thinking
was
Booby and
biased.
Kamara. Booby and
Yeah,
Kamara
Booby.
for me.
Javante.
Yeah, he fucking bites.
Shut the fuck up.
Until further notice.
He's Booby.
Matt, give us your waiver target. Another good one.
Javante Williams.
No.
JK, I'm going to go Arnold Palmy, Joshua Palmer, wide receiver of the Los Angeles Chargers, now 1-2 Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah, that's all I got. It's like, but Mike Will's out for the season.
R.I.P.
Unfortunate. Don't say, of course.
I
F's in
didn't say, of
chat.
course. I'm sad.
Oh. But we've seen Arnie Palmy step into that wide receiver 2 role quite well in the past when Keenan Allen and Mike Will have each missed time. So obviously the Chargers love throwing the ball. I trust Arnie Palmy to just pick right up. Not exactly where Mike Will left off, but he'll definitely be a serviceable flex option for weeks to come. So go out and scoop him up.
Scoop
I
him
come to the
up.
conclusion he is not that good.
Shut
he's
the
such a
All right,
good
are we gonna answer this now or later?
Who's accepting that trade? No one.
Sam?
No way.
No way
I
Sam
guess-
does that.
Sure. Give me
Sam
Swift.
must be desperate.
Give me Swift side in that trade.
Yeah.
Go on.
In your fucking dreams. That's so stupid. I wish we did bring that up. But I'm going to end up with my waiver target. Isn't as cute as yours, both of yours. But I have Matt Breida. He did score. Sorry, lost my notes. Where'd it go? Matt Breida. Until Saquon's back, he is the lead back. He did have 82% of the snaps and looks to have some juicy matchups coming up with Seattle and Miami, I believe. So they will look to run the ball with him. I don't know who the hell else they have on that depth chart. And he was my waiver target last week. No one listened, and he scored a touchdown. So Matt Breida, pick him up.
Pick him up.
But if Saquon's back, I would pick somebody else up.
Drop him.
Pick him up, then drop. So that's it. I do have a trivia question if we want to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Make me
Everyone
forget about my
here?
horrible weekend.
Let's forget about that horrible question that Gator asked.
Thank God.
I wish I could remove it.
Do we need paper?
No, it's just one question, one answer.
Word.
All right. The question is, now I'll give you a hint. So don't go, what? Who was the winning quarterback in the last game played between two cities that no longer have NFL teams? The year is 2016. So these teams moved cities. The last quarterback to win when they played each other for one of those teams. He's no longer on that team, but
I have an answer.
I have an answer too.
he's currently playing, just not on the
Oh,
either.
I have an answer.
All right, let's let the chat run it up first.
Wait.
So, what was the winning quarterback in the last game played between two cities that no longer have NFL teams? So, Vince, I need to confirm that you heard.
I'm
that.
not changing my answer.
All right,
No
yeah,
matter
I
what's
got
in
it.
the chat.
I got it. I hope we say the same bowl.
It's someone that I said was better than.
And the year was-
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah. He played with Amari Cooper.
Yeah, Michael
Yeah.
Crabtree.
Michael
yeah.
Crabtree. Yeah. Was it Derek Carr?
Spoiled for the chat. Yeah, it was Derek Carr. Why the?
My first
Wrong
thought
guy.
was Phillip
Yeah.
Rivers, and then he said he's still playing. I said, then it must be Derek Carr.
Shouldn't have gave that many hints.
Goff was a good.
D Watt. Come on. Why is Gator just speaking? When did Houston?
Houston doesn't have a team anymore.
God, dumbass.
Brain
Should have
dead.
been Goff. Why would it be Goff? He played only in
he's-
LA.
Oh yeah, he wasn't on St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Who was
on,
on
Sean.
St. Louis? Like Marshall Falk.
Sean will be back tomorrow. He is ducking today. He gets one day off from the Justin Fields hate, but with
Yeah.
the preview tomorrow, we
I'm
will be
unloading
roasting
all
your
my hate
dumbass.
tomorrow.
He didn't play for St. Louis, Sean.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
Oh my God.
So,
God,
well-
stop.
I'll have more games tomorrow. Maybe that Madden rating thing, but even that was a little scuffed.
Q
because why
saying
was-
Javante sucks has me heated.
I'll
Madden
say
John was
very
fun.
true.
I liked Madden
All
John.
right. We'll run it back tomorrow. Maybe. I don't want to get you guys prepared and study
All
or
right.
something.
Maybe like
so-
one of each. Maybe one of those. One question.
I don't
Do a
even
silhouette.
own a game console.
Silhouettes were cool.
All right. Gators are spewing dumb shit in the chat. That's it for the week 3 recap. We'll be back tomorrow, I believe, for the week 4 preview. Again, if you're interested in using Fanatics, go ahead and use the link in our bio. Take advantage of their current sale. As always, make sure to follow Super Fancy Bros on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X. Oh, I guess that is Twitter. We're everywhere. Also, make sure to check out Old City Sports Network. Tons of good podcasts. And we have a bunch of great sponsors over there that we'll be meeting October 4th or 8th.
8th.
So if you want to see us in person, our cute faces, we'll be there.
Yeah.
For the Eagles game at 4 p.m. against the Rams. Check us out there. See you guys on Wednesday to break down week 4. Peace. Oh my God, I can't-
End it.